All right. We are back with the Blanime Podcast. This is episode 2. And,
Numero dos.
It didn't record the first time I tried to do it, so it's working this time. But I appreciate you guys are joining us again. This time around, we are attacking our personal. Let me remind you, our personal top 10 favorite animes of all time. So, we're going to go over ours, and if you feel a way, that's your business. Be sure and let us know what your top 10 is. We would love to hear it. But don't criticize us for ours, okay?
Exactly.
Because I will fight. But no. Last time we pretty much tackled our top 5 that we were inspired by from the jump, and so this time we're gonna go through our top 10 that we have at our current favorites of all time. So my list changes every year. So a lot of this shit that's gonna be on my top 10
might not be here at the end of 2019.
Facts. It may very well be off. Yes, it may very well be off. So a lot of new shit, because I think anime evolves every year.
Yes, it does. Definitely.
Graphics, content, sound quality. I think it evolves every year. So each year I see some shit and I'm like, bro, this shit is great. So 2019, at the end of 2019, when we're doing episode 52, my shit might be completely different. So it really all just depends. But I guess I'll go ahead and jump in.
Mike gonna jump in.
I'll jump in.
I'm gonna make some shade. With my number 10. Some shade.
I'll jump in with my number 10. So I'm gonna roll with Blue Exorcist.
Oh, wow! Oh my God! You don't know how lit I am right now. Cause the crazy thing is, I took that shit off my list. That's crazy you put it on there, cause that's how great minds think.
Why would you take that off?
Because of some other stuff that I decided to put on. It's crazy that you put that on there as number 10. That's my shit though.
Blue Exorcist is really dope.
It is. I watched that.
That first season, either way it go. I feel like the dub, they did a really good job with the voices.
They did.
Dubbed isn't always, good voices compared to the sub, but I think they did a really good job with the dub on Blue Exorcist. The season 2, I'm still not over. I'm still not done with. It's not as good as the first season.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Agreed.
It's not as good, but it is still. Season 1 was great, so I really enjoyed season 1. So it's definitely going to be in my top. It's going to be my number 10 anime for me, which is twin brothers,
both from the devil himself.
The daddy is Satan.
Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him.
Yes, I'm sure you light-skinned women can relate.
Goodbye.
All right, anyway,
too bad I'm not light-skinned.
Yeah, you honorary. Raised by a pastor who gets killed by the devil.
That shit made me cry, bro. On God, I cried.
There was no reason for him to die that early.
It wasn't. I think that's why I was so emotional.
I definitely needed him like 5-6 episodes.
Definitely.
It was too soon. Rest in peace to a real nigga. Go to exorcist school to combat demons and creatures of the devil. It was just all around great, especially the season finale. Very well put together show. The progression in that story from Ren,
watching
this nigga, he's childish throughout the entire thing.
He is
his progression. He there was no quitting this nigga. He was like, bro, I'm about to be an exorcist. Fuck all the other shit. I don't care if y'all niggas think I'm the devil or not, but I'm gonna be in Exorcist, and I fuck with him heavy because of that, because he didn't give a fuck
at all. He didn't give a fuck at all, and I like the contrast from the twins, because usually that's how twins are, but they portrayed it really well in that anime. Because for a minute there, when I initially watched it, I honestly didn't know if they were twins. I knew they were twins, but I didn't, because didn't look shit alike. Personalities were night and day, literally. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, they did a really good job, like, portraying a lot of that stuff in there. Again, my biggest thing with anime, I always relate to it in some type of way, which is why I watch so many different animes, right? You know, and that was one that I related to some. I felt like there was a realness to it, and like I said, if your mind is open to that kind of stuff, then you're like, okay, well, that's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Exorcisms and demons and good and evil and different realms, or whatever you want to think about it as. You know, I think that was very realistic to me personally.
Facts. And I thought it was a really good, you know, cast of characters, supporting characters. The graphics on it was really good. Really good. The sequences of action are really good. Like I said, it's my number 10. So like I fuck with it a lot. I really wish, you know, I hope season 3 is better than season 2 is, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, I really fuck with season 1 heavy. That's why it's my number 10. What about you, Nate?
So my number 10. This one's funny. Like I said, I took Blue Exorcist off my list completely, and I had it matched up with another one. But I'm going to start my list off with Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, shit.
That's my shit, bro.
Hey, listen.
God.
That was in heavy consideration for my top 10.
It barely made the list, and that's why I took Blue Exorcist off completely. Like I said, I had it kind of like tied with something else, but I was like, you know what? Dead Man Wonderland, it was only one season. Yep. And as my boy knows, it's kind of hard for me when it's an anime that has more than about, I'm going to say 40, 50 episodes. It's really hard for me to stay.
Goldfish attention span.
Yes, he's correct on that. So it's really hard for me to keep my attention span on something. So Dead Man Wonderland wasn't that long. I thought they were going to have a season 2. They end up not doing one. I don't know why they didn't. And the way it ended, it was kind of It was almost hard for me to finish it because of how they ended it. But that was one of my I don't know, bro. It was very gory. I think that was something I liked about it. Just initially, how, Lord, these mimosas always get to me.
Good shit.
Like, initially, with the main character, because that's what I'm going to go with right now, because I haven't watched it in about a year or so.
It's been longer than that for me. I remember it being good. I remember liking those action sequences,
I always say their names wrong. Ganta, I'm going to say Ganta. When him being accused of killing his classmates, bro, that shit blew my mind. But it reminded me of stuff that happens in everyday life as far as like mass shootings and stuff like that. Right. Him saying it wasn't him, maybe being possessed or whatever. And then them having the thought, okay, well, instead of us, you know, giving him the death penalty or something like that, we're going to put him in a place like Dead Man Wonderland and kind of make him, I don't know, serve other people. It was the concept was very different for me, and I liked it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a very different concept. I wish they had continued it so we could see, like when him finding out that the chick was the one who killed everybody.
What, bruh?
That shit.
Shiro, right? If I'm correct.
I remember that. I really don't remember names, so I'm not even worried about it. I'm not gonna act like I remember the name, but I remember the story. But I know she was the one that killed everybody, and he didn't know that. And they should have. I wish they would had closed that end so where he would find out. But that was definitely a good one. That was some of the best.
Graphics are really good to me. Gore. I like gore. I do like blood. Graphics, I like to see people die.
I do too. You're a sociopath.
Touche.
Touche. But no. Dead Man Wonderland is definitely dope. that was definitely in consideration for my top 10. But the only reason it didn't make my top 10 was because it ended and there was a lot of
questions, more questions than answers. Yeah, agreed. Which had me debating if I should have taken Blue Exorcist off mine, but something told me to go ahead and keep Dead Man on there because I did up until probably episode 8. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it, and then that's when it kind of lost. I was lost in the sauce. I was like, okay, where y'all going with this? I know y'all didn't make a season 2, so what the fuck? Like y'all kind of really y'all all over the place, but I had to put it on there. I had to.
You real? No, I respect it. I have no problems with Dead Man Wonderland being on there on a top 10 list. You know, because like I said, it's cool. I definitely respect it. The action sequences in Dead Man Wonderland are definitely up there.
Yeah.
As far as these new, more modern animes.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Definitely agree with that. What's your number 9 though?
No. You go ahead and run it back. What's your number 9, and then I'll follow.
And you gonna piggyback off me? So yeah. I put number 9. I put Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, so I haven't. I think I've seen one episode of Hunter x Hunter, but I've heard a lot of people enjoy it.
Yes, very enjoyable.
So I'm inclined to give it a chance one of these days because I've heard a lot of good things about Hunter x Hunter. So feel me. So teach me because I don't know. I really don't remember anything about it. I just remember watching one episode.
So Chad put me on Hunter x Hunter. Look, the giraffe. Is that what you want to say?
The fucking tall ass, no NBA playing ass Chad. No, Chad's good.
Because I feel like with my anime watching, again, I go back to what Mike said. I have an attention of a goldfish.
Correct.
So Hunter x Hunter was really long. Especially not that long, but it was long enough for me where I was like, okay, bro, I can get the gist of it.
And you finished it?
Bro, no. Of course not.
Okay, I'm about to say,
it was too long. Matter of fact, it has 148 episodes.
140.
Which isn't really that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
But for me, that was a lot. And when I started
over 20 for you is too long.
Bro, I just enjoyed. It's a lot to it.
No, I need you to let these characters grow from episode 1.
And I think that's a lot of it. I don't let a lot of them grow.
Like if you gave listen, if you
started, I got the mangas at home because my stepbrother gave them to me, and then I still couldn't even finish, bruh. I knew it was too long, and I was like, bruh.
Naruto's a different animal. Like you gotta really be dedicated.
Really do.
Mind you, I have an Itachi hoodie on right now, but
this is true. I'm wondering if Naruto made your list.
It might have. We'll see when we get there. Yeah. But no, all right. Well, yeah. All right, I'm glad you said Hunter x Hunter because I really have wanted to get into it. I just finished Super, so I that was my main thing was finishing Super, so I'll make sure I was ready for the new Broly movie that was coming out. That was a big deal to me. So yeah, now that I have some free time, I think
that's a good one to.
Okay, bet yeah, because
to start.
I've been switching back between Black Clover, Sirius the Jaeger, Baki. Those are the 3 like I've been kind of rotating, like kind of picking in when getting in where I can fit in.
Same. I do Baki and Sirius.
Yeah. So like,
don't watch Ajin.
Don't watch it.
I wouldn't say don't watch it, but season 2 was definitely a disappointment.
Okay.
Definitely a disappointment. To me, this is all opinion based. So, somebody else out there might have thought that season 2 was even better than season 1. I personally didn't think that. They had something going, and I felt like they lost it. But that was just me.
Yeah,
the beginning was pretty dope though, because that was something we were watching as a group for a minute there.
What platform is that on?
Netflix.
Okay,
Be the beginning.
Okay,
yeah, that hoe was pretty good. I went ahead and finished that.
I'll definitely add that to my list. All right.
It's not long either. I don't think they came out with a season 2.
All right, cool.
So what's your number 9 though?
All right, so it's probably some shit that you've never heard of. It's actually it's fairly short, and which typically short animes don't make my list because I like to see character growth. But this one I really enjoyed because of its goofiness, its action. It was just a good anime to me. I don't know. It's one of those ones I just click with, which I really don't know how, but I really click with it. It's called Air Gear. Have you ever heard of that one?
No, I haven't.
All right, so cool. So this one, I think the total is only like 24 episodes. So that's something that
I'll be watching.
There
that.
you go. Exactly.
I'll be watching that.
Exactly. It's only, I think it's only 24 episodes. Essentially, it's an anime where modern day times where instead of like all rollerblades have motors, and so people that are they're called air treks, and so people that have these motorized rollerblades, they form like teams and alliances and everything, and they race each other and they battle each other in these special air treks. And so the main character, Ichi something. Shit, was it just Ichi? It was something. You know, it was Ichi. Anyway, yeah, I forget main characters' names all the time. But anyway, he stumbles across his I don't even want to call them roommates, but he's not related to them. But he lives with 3 women, a younger girl, a girl his age, and an older girl. And I don't know how the fuck a teenager does this, but anyway. He lives with 3 women, and they're a part of a group called Sleeping Forest, and they're like one of the top groups, and he didn't even know it. And so he stumbles across one of their air gears and learns how to ride, and ends up being really good. And so the story progresses where him and his crew form a team, and they go through battling other teams and everything. And it's just a dope story. It's really funny. It's really goofy, but the action is dope. The sequences are really dope. And the intro and outro sound really good to me. So that's also a big factor for me.
Right. I was going to say, music is a big thing for me when I watch animes too. So that might sound crazy, but I download that shit to my Apple Music. I will Shazam it and download it to my Apple Music. So that's like real life. So that's good to know. And that's something that I could watch real quick. You think that's on Funimation, I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm sure it's on Funimation. Whenever I originally saw it, it was on Netflix. But mind you, this would have been like 2012, 2013 when it was on Netflix. So I doubt it's still on there.
I wasn't paying for Netflix back then. I know that for a fact. I wasn't paying for it myself.
Yeah, listen, I'm searching right now to see if it's still on there. I doubt it is. Let's see, Air Gear.
That might be on there because I feel like I might have seen it within the last 2 years on Netflix.
No, it's not on Netflix.
It's not. They might have taken it.
I just checked it. Yeah, it's not on there. But yeah, no, it's dubbed and sub. So pick your poison, whichever you want. It's they got it. But yeah, that's my number 9. I fuck with it heavy.
I'm gonna watch that. Since he went to number 9, I'm gonna go to number 8. So what I put for my number 8 is funny because I'm one of those people. I do start new animes, but ones that I really cherish and love, I'll watch over and over again. So my number 8 is Black Butler.
Okay. I've heard a lot of good things about Black Butler.
Have you not watched Black Butler,
I have not seen it for myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. This is
probably my 4th time watching it, and I literally restarted it this week. And it dates back to like the 19th century, so it's like the late 1800s. Okay. And it's about a kid. He's like 12 years old. CL Phantom Hive. Mm-hmm. Lord CL Phantom Hive. The Queen Victoria has him basically like doing shit in London, and he has a butler that he has like I wouldn't say he's a vampire. I don't think that's the right word. He's a demon. Right? He's a demon. And basically, he kind of serves him until he's ready to take his soul type shit. And so, like, CL has, like, his eye matches the whatever, the stamp or whatever you want to call it for the demon, which is the butler. But he's like amazing. He's one hell of a butler. So for the people who have watched it, you know what that reference is about. And it's just pretty dope kind of watching him doing different tasks for the queen, and then the storyline as it progresses, and the stuff, you know, leading up to basically if the butler is gonna take his soul. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was watching it the other day. I don't even remember, because I want to say it had on Netflix. I believe it is 2 seasons. It kind of ended, I wouldn't say weird, but it was different, because I don't know if I liked the ending. Because initially when I watched it and finished it, this was a couple years ago, I didn't really feel the ending. And right now,
one season on Netflix is what I'm looking at.
It used to have 2, but it seemed like that 2 was really one long one, if that makes sense. It was kind of an extension. Season 1
is 25 episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
And at one point, Netflix had like a season 2, but I really don't think it was a season 2. Does that make sense? The action is pretty cool for me. I thought the action was decent. I really like the storyline. I kind of like that it went back to England. I like the accents, because now that particular one I watched dubbed. I didn't watch subbed.
Yeah. So
hearing the British English accents, as you would say, I really like that. It wasn't necessarily gory, which, like I said, I'm a gory person. I watch horror films. I like watching people die.
Watch out for this one.
boy. So I enjoyed the storyline of that one. I really did.
I've definitely heard a lot of good things about Black Butler. I haven't seen it for myself, but I do intend to. Let me add this to my watch list right now.
Definitely quick one, 24,
especially
25
with it being
minutes.
24 episodes. Yes.
Yeah, it's real quick.
So a quick little my list on Netflix. There we go. All right, bet. Yes, I will check it out. I'm pretty sure somebody told me it's really, really good before.
It really is. It really is. I've definitely enjoyed it.
Okay. Bet. All right. So my number 8. You ready for this one?
I am.
All right. My number 8 is One Punch Man.
Oh boy, number 8. That's it. Yo, you put that at number 8.
It's number 8, so you know. Like, I fuck with One Punch Man, especially, you know, repping for my ball.
You got 7 more better than One Punch Man.
Yeah, to me, yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. No, One Punch Man is definitely heat. One Punch Man is probably elite tier action if you fuck with anime. Like,
right.
Like you probably can't find better action than One Punch Man as far as anime goes.
But the nigga kill you in one. I mean, like, not kill you, but that shit he's done in one punch.
He dead ass. Get your ass out of here in one punch.
That bald ass head.
Real shit. Yes. Shout out to all the bald headed anime characters. I see you. We out here. We are out here. Well, yeah, no. Saitama, I fuck with him heavy. Apparently, you know, push-ups and sit-ups and running a mile every day can make you, you know, beat niggas' asses in one punch. So I don't know how that works, but season 2 drops this year, and I'm excited as shit.
It's been what, a year now?
It's been damn
almost
near
2 years.
It's been damn near 3, I think. Like, it's time. I've been ready.
Yeah, it's been time, definitely.
It's been time. They've been playing way too long. I've been waiting for this next season to drop.
I began to watch One Punch Man because of the Blanime group. Someone mentioned it, and it's actually on my list on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. That was one when I watched it by myself. I know I finished, was it 10 or 12 episodes?
It's like 12 episodes, yeah.
Maybe 12, and that's pushing it. When I finished it, I was in the living room by myself, and I stood up and clapped. I gave it a standing ovation by myself, and I was like, this shit right here, yo, like.
That's like the whitest shit ever, Sinead.
It was,
you know how,
and
like,
that's why I did it by myself.
Like, white people be clapping at the end of a movie, but if you
slow
don't
clap.
sit your ass down.
That's how I felt. I was like, I'm by myself clapping at this shit because this shit literally was greatness in my heart. I was like, I enjoyed it. I really and truly did.
It was great, yeah.
It really, really was. And it's funny because, damn, it's on my list, so it'll come up here in a second. So since he put that at number 8, I'm gonna go to my number 7. My number 7, I'm gonna let Mike talk about it. But my number 7 was Yu.
What? Oh, disrespect.
The shock factor that I heard in that voice.
The disrespect of Yu being number 7. Oh my God.
Oh, it's crazy.
Fam, you haven't even finished it.
So that's the issue. I couldn't deny its greatness.
All right, bet.
You get what I'm saying? I couldn't deny it and not put it on the list, but I couldn't put it as high up as it might have deserved to be because I haven't finished it. But I have to put it on the list. All right, so hold on.
Let me ask you this. Where are you?
Oh my God! When we was watching on Rabbit, where did?
Oh my God, Nate! So you haven't even gotten to the tournament yet? Oh fuck!
No, I got to. No, okay, hold on, bro.
All right, I'm listening.
Which tournament? Remember when
the dark tournament?
Remember? Damn.
Yeah, you. Don't
what
know.
episode, bro? I can't even remember right now. The mimosas done got to me. Where Kasha at?
Shout out to Kasha
when you need her.
Yeah, no, shout out to Kasha. No, okay, so we basically we'll host from time to time like anime we want to watch as a group on this streaming service called Rabbit, where we can all watch together as a group. So Yu is the one I try to set up for people to watch. It's definitely one of my favorite of all time. That's no secret. So basically where we left off was when we were watching as a group. I believe where we left off, the main character Yusuke had, and also Kuwabara had just rescued Hiei's sister from a demon trafficker, basically. I believe that's where we left off. Yeah. He had just defeated Toguro and his brother, which was right before the demon tournament, which is the dark tournament, which is where I want Nate to watch because that's where shit really starts getting good.
It gets very, very crucial. I gotta go back, bro, because when was we doing Rabbit? We were doing Rabbit heavy there for a second, we were doing all of this in the Blanime group. October, so again, if you're listening and tuning into this, check us out, Blanime group on Facebook. You'll see our podcast cover as the cover photo for the anime group. I can't even. Damn, we was watching that shit kind of tough. It was still warm, bro. When I was.
I feel like it was like around October, September, October, somewhere in there.
I'm thinking that was around that time too.
Because I hadn't moved yet, so I think.
Because when we were going live, we were doing discussions.
August.
Yeah, it might have been August because it might have been hot. I'm talking about warm. It might have been hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. It's so much good shit out there that it feels like you almost don't have the time to watch it, bro. I think that's my biggest issue with watching long animes because I'm like, there's so much good content out there. If it's too long for me, I feel like I'm missing out on something else.
Yeah. Enough can't be said about you. We'll discuss.
That was one that it was like Mike was like, yo, as a group, individual, whatever, we gotta watch it. I was like, okay, bro, let's do it. That's cool.
Facts. And if I have to start up Rabbit again, where even if it's just me and you, we gonna watch it because
I'm
sick of you not watching this demon tournament. I'm sick of it.
Done with me. Your number 7 though.
Okay, my number 7. All right, bet. Ooh, all right. Controversy. You ready?
I'm ready.
My Hero Academia is my number 7.
7?
Number 7, yeah.
7?
Yes.
Is 6 more better than that?
Hold on, let me make sure I didn't click up my number.
I'm saying this like that's funny because when we go through the rest of my list, you'll be
six is like right there with it, so you can go either way. I feel like people will respect either way. I go with 6 and 7, so yeah. But yeah, I'll go with My Hero Academia at 7. One of the newer animes, right? I think Kasha is the one that told me I need to start watching, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because
she pushed that a lot. We were supposed to go watch that as a group.
With me and her ended up being the only ones there for the movie. The movie was dope.
You know what's crazy? this is such a sidebar right now.
Let's get it.
I call him, he's really like my uncle, but he likes to be referred as brother because he's a little older. You know how people start feeling some type of way about the age.
Yeah.
He had someone that he was managing that had a film that ended up at the movie theater over there off 75 and over there by Twin Peaks. You know, it's like a small little movie theater over there.
Oh, yeah, the Angelica.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia was playing there.
Yep.
And we went to go see the little showing of that movie. And I was like, bruh. I was telling Chris, I'm like, bro, yo, I would rather be watching the anime, but I'm trying to support my uncle / brother, whatever you want to call him. And I got to meet Big Tuck that night, though.
It's the Big T. UCK.
Freight train
Shoot
coming.
on the mic like a mic buffet.
I think he thought I was like 18 because I was like, bro, I've been listening to you since I was little. And he was like, oh, really?
I used to see Big Tuck at Papados, and I never ran up on him.
On God, he used to be at Papados.
Yeah, I didn't want to run up on him like, hey, bro, I'm a fan, but just know that Southside the Realest is I know it.
When it comes on, our whole circle of friends is jamming and rocking back and forth and reciting it word for word.
This is a Dallas thing, so a lot of people not going to understand this, but people from Dallas will understand how I feel about Southside the Realest. Big Tuck, like DSR, Tom and
Fat Bastard.
God. Yeah, hey, listen.
Say you high.
Listen, that's off on the sidebar, but listen. Big Tuck, the small chance that you watch anime, bro, I fuck with you. All right?
On God.
On God.
And I seen My Hero playing that night, and I went. And Big Tuck was in the movie that I went to go premiere or whatever, go to the premiere for. So I was like, at the end of the day, was it worth it that I skipped My Hero to go see Big Tuck? Because in a sense, Big Tuck is my hero.
But real shit. Big Tuck. Listen, if I had the money, whenever I get married, Big Tuck will be performing at my wedding. That's like that's what type of shit I'm on.
Oh God, like yeah. I'm dead, bro. I'm right there in the front row for that shit.
Real shit. My wife gonna have to deal with my bullshit because I'm on it. It's gonna be a niggerish ass wedding. Yes, real shit. I'm embarrassing the fuck out my in-laws. They gonna be like, damn, she marrying this nigga? Yes, I'm that nigga. Yes.
And his friends are even worse.
Correct. Yes.
I can't wait, bro.
All right.
But My Hero. In all honesty, that's a fair slot that you put it in.
I didn't want to put it up too high because it's still fairly new, but My Hero's story and the progression is definitely up there. Yeah. Deku is probably the weakest protagonist I've ever seen, but he gets the job.
So?
He's weak as fuck, but he gets the job done. Like he definitely.
You think he weaker than Ichigo?
Fuck yes.
I mean, Ichigo not that weak, but there was points in times like nigga.
No, Ichigo was getting his ass whooped by a lot of niggas, but he was never at any point like, oh, I don't belong here. I'm gonna get to Ichigo. There. Don't worry. Yeah, but no. Deku's definitely probably one of the weakest protagonists of all time, and for him to make my top 10, that goes to show how highly I feel about My Hero Academia.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I fuck with it heavy.
That was number 7, right? No,
that's number. It's not. Yeah, I think it's number 7.
That is number 7.
Yeah. No. All Might, like the whole story. And the thing about My Hero, it's about 50 characters, and I fuck with all of them. And it's like, bro, it's hard to have an anime with a lot of characters like that
you can keep up with. That you can keep up with. All, majority of them at least.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, My Hero is I fuck with you. Number 7. All right,
number 7.
Nay, what's your
7?
So
I'm gonna go to number 6.
No, you didn't go your 7.
I did you.
No, you used your 7?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, you're 6.
So number 6, I put Full Metal.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes, right. I'm gonna put Full Metal and Respect. Brotherhood. That's together. You know, if you've watched it, you know it's not that far off between the two. The Elric brothers, them my niggas, bro.
Respect.
On God, I for some reason, I related to them. I've never tried to do a transmutation circle. I've never tried to bring nobody back. But I'm just saying, for some reason, I really related to them niggas. I really did, and I couldn't put them too much higher than I think 6 was fair. But that anime to me was very. I don't know. I haven't watched. I know I've watched it within the last year, and I watched both. Usually when I watch Full Metal, I watch Full Metal, and then I'll go back and watch Brotherhood. Mm-hmm. It was something about Alphonse to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the voice. That one I watched dubbed. I've never watched Full Metal subbed.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the voice. I don't know what it is. The storyline, I liked it. I like I guess the science behind it, you know, because it's kind of logical.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. I really, I don't know where to go with that. I really enjoyed Full Metal. Maybe because of how close I am with my brother. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, did you watch the live action that they dropped on Netflix?
No. No. Is it trash?
I haven't seen it myself.
I didn't, because I'm scared. Because the only live action I watched was Death Note. Not the Death Note movie, but awful. The one. No, hold on. Not the one with Lakeith.
Okay.
Not him. I'm not that one, but the one that we all watched that was on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
No, that was cool. Yeah.
And so that's the only live action I've ever watched of anything because I'm scared that they're gonna fuck it up.
No, the Death Note that they dropped on Netflix was awful.
Garbage. Do you know Kelvin tried to say that hoe was good?
Kelvin don't watch anime, so he don't get a fucking say.
He made me so mad, yo. He made me so goddamn mad.
No, and I fuck with Lakeith. I think Lakeith did a great job as L, but outside of him, that shit was booty butt, and I'll never in my life watch it again.
Yeah, that was booty butt cheeks, bro.
Yeah, I think, like I said,
Lakeith. Her name wasn't even Misa, it was Mia. That shit was trash. That shit was garbage.
And his last name wasn't Yagami. It was something else, wasn't it?
It was some non-Japanese.
Yeah,
it was more like California. I mean, it was American.
It was
type
like
shit.
Something.
It was trash.
Booty butt cheeks.
It was. It really was. So and we got all the way. We went from Full Metal all the way to that because you know what? I lied. I did watch the Full Metal live action, and I turned that shit off. Yes, I turned. It wasn't bad, but I could tell that Edward, the oldest brother, was old as fuck. He looked like he wasn't 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that y'all supposed to be.
I didn't see it, so how old did he look?
That nigga looked 25 to me, but that's just me. I was just like, yo, you don't look young enough to be a 13, 14, 12 to 14-year-old. You know.
Fucking done.
I mean, he had blonde hair. Alphonse was really in a night outfit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they tried it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad. I've seen worse and shit, but I was like, yo, I'm not even finna play with y'all. Cause like I said, Full Metal I don't know what it is about Full Metal. It was at one point, I know I cried watching Full Metal. I don't know why. It was something with Alphonse because Edward wanted him to get back in his body so badly. I know I cried real tears. So I was like, this shit is deeper than just.
See, I'm about to finish Full Metal because I haven't finished Full Metal. I definitely started.
The ending, it might, I wouldn't say surprise you, but you would probably be like, this it? Because that's how I felt when I finished it. I was like, bro, this it?
So wait, is that how you felt after the regular one or after Brotherhood?
I know after the regular one, I was like, bro, this it? Brotherhood, I don't think the ending was too far off from, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember right now. Because because a lot of people, if they had to pick, they take Brotherhood over Full Metal. I watched Full Metal first, then I backdoored and watched Brotherhood.
Yeah, because that's the order it goes in, right?
Well,
or is
they're
Brotherhood
similar.
not a sequel?
They're similar. It's not a sequel, no.
It's like a
Like an alternate.
Alternate. Okay.
So a lot of people enjoyed Brotherhood more, but because I watched Full Metal first, it was hard for me to take in some of the changes in Brotherhood.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you right now off the top of my head what the ending was in Brotherhood, but I do know that the differences between Brotherhood and Full Metal kind of bothered me because I watched Full Metal first.
Okay.
But that's just me.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Okay.
So that was just a personal thing. Maybe I could go back and watch Brotherhood and not feel like that.
I think most people fuck with Full Metal Alchemist as well. I just haven't finished it, but I definitely do.
It's a shorter one.
I definitely do respect everybody that fucks with it heavy. So I gotta put that in my time where I can finish it. So yeah.
See, your number 6 would be, bro. Look, I'm stressed out.
You over here trying to figure out my list. You ready for my number 6?
Yes.
Attack on Titan.
Ooh, okay.
Attack on Titan is my number 6. So
number 6, okay. I can give you that. Okay.
Attack on Titan started off, to me, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this?
That shit was so crazy.
It was the plot twist where the reason
it was
why
literally
Attack on
a twist.
The reason why Attack on Titan is upper like elite tier anime is because this nigga was inside of the mouth of a Titan. His leg is chopped off from getting ate up, and I'm like, bro, where do you go from here? Like you're about to get digested, bro.
It's the anime is over type shit. That's how I feel like this shit's over, bro.
Like who's the main character after this episode? Because this nigga is about to be
finito.
They about to shit this nigga out next episode. Like he's in there, and this nigga transformed
into a fucking.
That was one of the biggest plot twists of any anime
yeah,
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. You know what's crazy? AOT was probably the first anime I literally watched completely subbed.
Okay.
No lie. And like I said, there was a point in time I took a hiatus from anime. I started back, and even when I started back, I wasn't doing dubbed. Sub, excuse me. So that was the first one because I was watching it every week. Mm-hmm. I had to watch it sub, and I got the emotions. I got all the feelings, anything you could think of from watching anime. That's when I understood the people who watch subbed anime. That's when I understood where they were coming from when they say I watch sub because I want to feel something from it, and I got it from AOT. And yo. Eren. That's all. That's the.
Like I started off watching AOT and dubbed, where it was week to week on Toonami, I think.
Yes.
And then I got to the point where this nigga got ate up, and I was like, bro,
sick.
Bro, what?
That shit fucked me up. I almost wanted to stop watching it.
Yeah, and so he got ate up, and I was like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and wait next week. I'm not doing that no more. So I kindly switched over to subbed, and I was like, hey, I need to know. So I went from there, and I finished out season 1 and subbed, and I finished season 2 and subbed as well, because I wasn't playing this waiting game.
Because that shit sucks. That's the first anime I introduced to Derek.
Okay.
But it was dubbed.
Did he fuck with it? Nah.
It wasn't that. It was because he had to read. And I'm not saying that Boo can't read. I'm just saying it's hard for people when they know, when you're used to kind of listening to stuff and you can still maneuver and listen. You know what I'm saying? Which is why a lot of reason why I listen. I do dubbed other than sub, because if I'm doing stuff and I really want to watch that anime, I'll do dubbed because I want to listen, because I might not be able to watch. But if I'm able to pay attention, then I'll watch it sub.
Right.
But at that time, especially even on Netflix, at that time they didn't even have it dubbed. It was only subbed.
Yeah,
so when I introduced it to him, he was kind of looking at me like, "Fuck,
yeah,
nay, what is this shit?" And I'm over here just like, enjoy it, read it. I can read it to you if you want me to. And he's like, I'm cool, I'm okay. I'm watching it, but it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, no. So crazy. Attack on Titan was definitely one of the ones where I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm definitely switching over to sub because I'm not waiting for you niggas. Like, I need to know. I need to know what happened.
What's going on now?
And it's like that every season. Like, there's a plot twist damn near every season. Like,
oh my god!
I haven't even watched season 3.
I haven't either. I'm glad you said that because that was gonna be my next thing. I ain't watched season 3 yet
because the end of season 2 stressed me out. So
nigga,
I already know. Like whenever I get down to it, I'm gonna watch season 3.
I'm be sick to my stomach.
Exactly.
Sick to my damn stomach. I just cannot. That's so funny. And now everything is so funny, like how our thought process. This is how you know that we're pretty much like best friends and that we think similar.
Facts.
Because my number 5 is One Punch Man.
Oh, okay.
So you already heard the explanation with that. So that gives you, you guys know what it's about. But I put One Punch Man at number 5. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you. I know you're gonna give your number 5, and then I'm gonna give my number 4, which is funny.
As soon as I give you my number 5, all right, I'm gonna just say my number 5, and I'm gonna let you have it after that. So you ready for me to do that?
Yeah. Oh, right. I feel like I know what it's gonna be.
All right, let me give you a guess. What you think it's gonna be?
Death Note.
It is Death Note.
Oh, I knew it. So you know what? So we gonna skip. So what we gonna do? Because I can go all day long.
Exactly. This is her shit.
That's my shit. So Death Note's number 5. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because so y'all know that it's gonna be on my list. Right, it's within the top 5. So Death Note's his number 5.
Because I want y'all to hear what Nay has to say about Death Note. Because that's literally her shit.
Literally, my name, what's the thing called on Twitter?
I guess it's just your display name.
It's Light. It's Light Yagami. Because that's how serious I am. Yeah. So we're going to leave it at that.
You've already heard us shit on the live action show, but like Death Note is probably the only anime that has like there's literally no action in Death Note. It's not really action at all. It's just more so like critical thinking.
And that's
like plot twist, suspense, thriller, and all that kind of deal, yeah.
So I'm gonna get into that because that's my shit. So that's what I had a feeling he was gonna. I knew he was gonna probably put it in his top 5.
For sure.
So number 5, that I can respect that because I figured that's where he was gonna put that.
We'll deep dive into Death Note whenever we get to her.
When I get to mine
on her list, yeah.
My number 4, I put Attack on Titan.
Okay, thanks.
So we discussed that. So I knew. So since we discussed it, I know he's gonna get his number 4.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we just went over Attack on Titan. Let me see what my number 4 is. Oh, okay, babe. I'm excited about this one. All right, so my number 4 is Afro Samurai.
Ooh.
Did you ever watch Afro Samurai?
I didn't watch Afro Samurai. I know that's a great. Hold on, but I know that it is a top tier anime. Bro, it's so much shit and not enough time. Sometimes I pray that heaven is what I want it to be and I can eat pizza and watch anime for the rest of eternity. Because because there's so much shit to watch and I feel like I don't have enough time to watch it. Between anime
is it 6 episodes? It's very short.
Really?
It's very short.
Is it really? At one point in time, it was on Netflix.
It was on there. I want to say Afro Samurai is like 6 episodes.
I didn't know that because I know for a fact because I want to say Austin mentioned it to me a long time ago. Long time ago. But I just never watched it. I've heard a few people other than you. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised you put it that high, but it used to be on Netflix at one point in time. They must have taken it off. So
Afro Samurai there's one season and then there's the second season is a movie. Yeah, so it's 5 episodes in season 1, and then season 2 is essentially a movie.
That's crazy. They took
it's essentially 6 episodes. But Afro Samurai is one of the special animes that is essentially all about us people
of color, right?
Of color, yeah, black people specifically. It has Samuel L. Jackson's voice in it, which is dope as fuck. So, like, Samuel Jackson's voice is the main character's voice.
I love seeing
the action in Afro Samurai is pretty much it's not up for debate. As far as sword fighting action animes, Afro Samurai's up there. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. The music of Afro Samurai is crazy because they had the RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. He did the music throughout the entire series.
Damn.
Yeah. So his shit is dope. Like I say, Afro Samurai, I can't give it enough praises.
Very good. I was gonna say I've never heard anything negative about that.
Facts.
I need to go ahead. It's
five
so much
episodes in season 1.
It's so much anime, not enough time. But I'm gonna take the time out for that.
Especially now that we grown.
And bills be coming every month.
I could binge all day in my low 20s.
Right. You really could. Like now you can't do that.
Now niggas need a nap.
To finish. I really am going. That's something that's on my list. It definitely is. I feel kind of bad for not watching it.
No, you
and
good.
That was number 4, 5?
I think that was my number.
Your number 5.
Let me make sure y'all have my. Yeah, I want.
I took Attack on Titan for my.
That's my number 4. Yeah. But yeah, 4. Afro Samurai, I can't go on enough about. It's great, and anybody that fucks with anime has probably seen Afro Samurai.
Yeah, or at least heard of it. If you haven't watched it, like me, sure. I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
For sure.
So my number 3, I put DB and DBZ.
Okay. Respect.
If you've been tuning in, so you heard our first podcast, you kind of know that Dragon Ball, that to me, that's a beginner anime for any person, anyone who's ever watched anime, beginning to watch anime, currently watching anime, Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, Super, whichever one that you're watching, you know that's kind of universal.
Facts.
And it's greatness to me. So I had to put that at number 3.
Facts. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z ran from the time we were kids to essentially probably, I guess it stopped around the time we were teenagers. Dubbed anyway, but no, subbed. It was done for. And to be honest about Dragon Ball Z, niggas might hate me for this, but Goku's subbed voice is awful. That shit.
I'm not gonna argue that.
If you listen to that nigga subbed, he sounds like a child, and I don't like it because if we being honest, Goku is a 40-something-year-old man. That nigga's not a little kid.
Man.
He's not a little kid. There's no reason why he should sound that way. So I respect the dub voice more than I respect the sub voice. So if you disagree, fuck you. I'm sorry.
If anybody disagrees, that means they probably never watched it dub. To be honest with you,
listen to both.
I'm just saying. That's just me.
Yeah, listen to both, and you tell me which one you think is a 40-year-old something man. Take the bias out.
And you tweet us.
You can be a manga purist. You can be all that shit. I'm cool. That's fine. I respect it. But let's be honest. Take your expectations for a 40-year-old man's voice and listen to Goku dubbed and subbed, and you tell me which one you think you know it is what it is.
I believe people who really watch anime would go with the sub.
No, cause niggas that are sub purists will shit on some dubs, and I'm listening to it like, bro, this sounds more realistic as an American voice than it does as a Japanese voice. It's just the truth. I know Japan niggas don't sound like little kids. I know they don't. I know some of them have adult voices. So yeah, no, I need people just to be honest. It's okay if you're a sub purist. That's fine. Just be honest. That's all I ask.
That's all he asks.
Yeah.
And since we're asking, what's number 3?
Wait, am I on number 3? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did number 4. Okay, so number 3. Oh, perfect segue. So my number 3 was Dragon Ball Super. So this is all from.
Okay, so we okay. See, that's why we right segue. Here.
It's perfect.
We got level.
We right here. Yeah. So Super. which I just finished. Yesterday.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Super was one of the ones where it was so good where I just like I'm cool on waiting on this dub shit. I'm gonna watch it subbed and I need to finish. And it was perfectly fine watching subbed outside of Goku's voice. Yeah, I mean that's really the only issue I have with Super is Goku's voice on sub. But other than that, it's a stellar anime. It's 131 episodes from.
A little lengthy for me.
Yeah, I mean, and mind you, this is just Super, so yeah. So the good thing about Super is for you, especially for you, Nate, you can watch 2 movies. There's 2 Dragon Ball Super movies, which will be Battle of the Gods and the Resurrection of F, and that's gonna cut out, I think, about 40 episodes for you.
Oh, bad.
Yeah,
bad,
so
bad,
you can literally watch those 2 movies and then start from like episode 40 something and then go from there.
And then finish.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do that.
And then there's a few filler episodes. They're not like flashbacks, but they're fillers in the sense that they have no relevance. They have no relevance to the main story.
Bro, that's out.
And if you wanted to, you can weed those out and keep it moving.
Segue. I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you mentioned filler episodes because that's gonna segue to my number 2, which is Bleach. And them niggas, bro, on God, that's why I'm still I still haven't finished Bleach because them fillers that piss me off so much in certain points. I'm like, bruh, I watched this shit and this was a filler. I didn't think this was gonna be a filler, but Ichigo is my nigga, bro. Yodoichi, that's me. Me and Yodoichi are one.
I'm fucking done with her. Nate, tell me why that's my number 2 as well.
Is it really?
Bleach is my number 2, so we can really dive into
this shit. So we
can
really go in. Yo, that's lit.
Bleach doesn't have that many filler episodes. It
doesn't have. So let me stop over exaggerating. I'm a drama
Bleach
queen.
is nowhere near like Naruto. Naruto's filler.
Naruto has like a whole season of fillers. That's why I haven't finished Naruto.
Naruto probably has about 40, and I'm not exaggerating, 40 filler episodes for each season.
And that's why I haven't finished Naruto. I promise that's why I haven't finished it. I swear to you on everything.
Yeah.
Bleach doesn't have that many. I'm over exaggerating, but there's so many episodes. Again, Mike has mentioned it in the first episode.
I'll tell
in
her
this
ass to
one.
skip them.
My attention span is of a goldfish. So anything that's too long for me, I go through phases where I can watch Bleach and then I stop watching, and then I'll pick back up and start watching, and I'll stop.
See, this is the dope thing about Bleach is because Bleach has a main storyline that it goes through and then that you're watching, and then at the peak of Bleach's main storyline, it'll dive off into a whole nother arc.
Yes, it does.
And so it'll stop the main storyline to focus on the arc, and the arc is good. I don't consider the arc story a filler because it's not a filler. It's a whole nother arc. It's just like you just need to put the main storyline to the side and watch this arc.
And watch this
and it's
until
relevant.
we can get back.
Exactly. And if you don't want to watch the arc, you don't have to watch the arc. You can skip the arc and just go back and go back to the episode that starts back to the main storyline. But like Bleach is one of my favorites. The first part of Bleach where it's about the bounce. I told Nate back. I told Nate way back when I was like, Nate, the first part where they talking about the bounce is trash, but if you get past the bounce, everything else is dope. And I told her, I was like, just get past the bounce. Just get past the bounce, and you're gonna be completely fine.
I think if you truly watch anime, if you know about anime, and if you're listening to us and you don't watch anime, and you want to learn more, and you're trying to get into it, Bleach is a good one to kind of get you into it, get you interested. If you watch anime, if you're into anime, I feel like that's something obviously it's a top tier. I feel like anybody who watches anime, it has to be a top 5. That's just me. Again, this is all personal opinion. I just think that Bleach, the storyline, everything about it, the fight scenes, Ichigo's story, everything.
Hey, listen, I can't listen. I got Ichigo on my screensaver. Like that's.
Do you know that was the group cover for Blanime for the longest with Ichigo as in his hollow form.
Yep.
So
Yeah, no, Bleach is super dope, and I don't care what niggas say. Like that's definitely one of my favorites. That's one of the few animes that I can rewatch and be like, yeah, this is still dope.
I just finished it again.
Listen, Bleach is Bleach all the way through, and I'm not subtracting filler episodes because I don't watch those myself. Bleach is, I think it's 370
something.
No, it's not that many. I think it's 360 episodes. No, it might not be 360. It's a little over 300 episodes. I'll put it like that. And the last season really doesn't count because it doesn't affect the main storyline. But yeah, no, I fuck with Bleach heavy.
I was gonna say any anime lover I feel like should fuck with Bleach. Facts. Again, this is our opinion. If you feel like that anime lover shouldn't fuck with Bleach, then that's on you. But I feel like me and Mike, what he said, I think that we both agree with that. So we back to number one. All right, number one. You want me to do number one for my number one?
Yeah, you go ahead and go.
So number one for me, drum roll. Death Note, nigga.
I knew it.
He knew it was gonna be Death Note.
There was no other way it wasn't.
I watch Death Note every 3 to 4 months. Easy. It don't matter. I always watch Death Note. Again, my name on Twitter, my sub name, I don't know what that's considered. Display name is Light Yagami. I feel like I am light. Light is me. If a Death Note fell from the sky from Ryu today, niggas would be done for. I have a couple on my mind right now. Whatever. Yeah, look. Death Note, like you said, critical thinking, meticulous. Light and L, their camaraderie. I can't because it was like they didn't fuck with each other, but they had to fuck with each other because they both knew that it was something funny with each other. Everything about that was greatness, bro. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the ending. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not like how it ended. But
there was no other way for that.
It was nothing really else for it to go. Nowhere else for it to go.
There was nowhere. He had to die.
He had to. He did. Ryu did what he had to do. I did not like the live action, but backtrack. That anime, again, if you listen to episode 1, that was the anime that brought me back from my anime hiatus. And I literally Bleach. Death Note is 35 episodes. No more than 40, I know for sure.
Yeah, it's not that long, yeah.
I'm going to say between 35 and 40. I finished it in a day and a half. That's not, I'm not bullshitting you when I say I went back and watched it, and that anime alone I was like, bro, I'm back in the anime. That's it. That's all. And I'm like, that's just it. I have cropped photos of my face in Light's body. That's her guy. It is like, because the storyline with it, people actually kind of like the society we're in now, like it's relatable. Like people have to find somebody to kind of look up to, and Kira was somebody that people kind of related to. Like, well, I can't do nothing about it, but Kira feels like he can, or he or she can kind of pass judgment, and I can agree with that. And that's kind of in the society. I feel like we're in that society now, and it was just relatable to me and how I think. What you think?
No, I definitely fuck with Death Note. I believe it was in my top 5. I think
it was. I think it was somewhere.
I think Death Note was 5 for me. But yeah, no, Death Note is one of those animes where if you pay attention and you really think of it, you really watch it with the intent of, from a critical thinking standpoint, you'll really fuck with it. It's not one of those animes that are, a lot of action, humor. It's really none of that.
I was gonna say kind of dark and serious.
It's super dark. It's super dark
and very, very, very serious.
Because I guarantee you, if I had a Death Note, R. Kelly's out of here.
Boy,
it's a wrap for him.
I can't put. So I'm not even gonna go there because we ain't gonna have nobody listening to our damn podcast. If you look at our podcast cover, the Death Note is next to me.
Facts.
And you have a Bankai
I have a Zanpakuto next to me on mine. So yeah, when we had our podcast cover made, originally the Death Note was next to me, and I saw it and I was like, no, it has to be next to Nay because this is her shit.
And that's my.
And she would use it before I would. So.
When the first time I watched it, I actually watched Death Note 3 times within probably a 4-month span initially. Because I wanted to get a better understanding, because I felt like I kept missing stuff and there was things that I just didn't understand about it.
Facts.
And I knew after the second time I watched it, if I had a Death Note, it wouldn't be nobody. It would only be my friends left. Me, my friends, and my family. Everybody else would be done for because of how quick I react.
Right.
But, I mean, everything... Honestly, Death Note could have its own episode on our podcast for me, and I think Mike could probably, if we did that, Mike would be able to chime in because he's watched like
sure. I think I watched it 2 times before.
Literally,
I've definitely watched it over more than one time.
I watch Death Note every 3 months, 3 to 4 months. So at least 3 to 4 times a year, I'm rewatching Death Note. Easy.
And we can definitely do a Death Note episode in the future if that's what the people want to hear, because I have no problem at all rewatching that Death Note because it's that good of an anime.
It is, bro.
Facts.
What's your number one though? It's mine Death Note. What's yours?
You already know what it is.
Of
course, Yu Yu Hakusho is my number one. Because
I knew it.
That anime is.
What I have Yu Yu down as? I put Yu Yu at.
I know it was in your top 10.
Yeah, I put 7 or 6. I had Yu Yu at 7 or 6.
Yu Yu is definitely my number one because the way Nay feels about Death Note is the way I feel about Yu Yu. Yu Yu is like 180, 60 somewhere in there episodes. You see a lot of character growth.
Yeah, you do.
You see a nigga start from barely being able to use his spear gun to being able to blast off that bitch like a machine gun. I can't even express how much I fuck with Yusuke Urameshi.
Yeah.
And Kuwabara,
Kuwabara, no lie, bro. When
a real nigga.
When Yu Yu died, bro, this is real shit. I cried when Kuwabara got to the funeral, bro.
Yep.
And that was what episode 1. I was
before
like,
they even fuck with each other.
Exactly. Like, I was like, bro, I can't watch this. This shit is gonna be too emotional for me because I'm one of those type of people. Kuwabara, his character. I'm not gonna say in animes. I feel like with Yu Yu and Death Note, there might be some others out there, but right now with what we're talking about, those two in particular, they're not necessarily lead characters. I don't know what to call their role characters right now. I'm not using the correct term.
Supporting characters.
Their supporting characters are amazing, and their storyline, everything about them is honorable. Cause like L in Death Note, and then Kuwabara and Yu Yu.
Or Yusuke.
Yusuke is the main character.
Yusuke is the main. So the four
Kuwabara is the.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he's technically a main character, huh?
Yeah. So the 4 main characters: Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama. Those are the main 4.
So I shouldn't call Kuwabara.
Well, I mean, no. Yusuke is the main character, so you can definitely use Kuwabara as one of the protagonists.
Right.
Look at them; they're right there. Hiei, Kurama, they're definitely a few of the protagonists in there. But I mean, the main character it's centered around Yusuke and his growth from, your average high school, middle school, whatever. Punk and bully or whatever to being spirit detective, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but
if you ain't watched Yu, like Mike put me on,
you need to watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it by now, I'm saying this like I just ain't watched it in the last 6 months, but I'm just saying like Yu definitely if I probably would have went ahead and finished it prior to this episode, it probably would have been higher than number 6 or 7 for me, honestly.
Once you get into the Demon Tournament, you'll understand why I fuck with it. The Demon Tournament was probably the best part of the entire series, even though it wasn't the last part. Right. But the Demon Tournament was really, really good, and if you cried on some of these other animes, then you'll definitely feel a way about the Demon Tournament. So the Dark Tournament. But yeah, I'm gonna convince Nay to finish it. I'm a pretty much pressure her to finishing it going forward because I'm sick of it.
You gotta watch it with me again, which you don't mind because that was our first anime watch.
I've rewatched you probably at least at least 10 times. That's my shit, and that's why it's number 1.
Right. That might be what because when we said we were gonna do the anime watch, I mean we said every couple weeks we was gonna restart. You know, if we didn't finish that one, right. That was the only one we did. That we might need to start that back up. What is this? The beginning of January? Yeah, definitely gotta do better.
We'll definitely. It's the end of the week right now. We'll definitely bring it up tomorrow.
Roll something up. Yeah, roll something out.
Tomorrow and see what people are talking about.
Right, because that wouldn't be a bad look to start off maybe which I was probably at very early into the series.
And is one of those animes that it's old as fuck, but it's before its time because the animation, it doesn't look old.
It does not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make you think like, oh, this shit is outdated, but it's still really, really good. So yeah, and on top of that, they're bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
Yeah, they brought it back for a short time period, either in 2018 or 2019. But they're definitely bringing it back for like it's called an OVA series for Yu.
Well then.
So yeah, new episodes of Yu coming soon, and a real niggas gonna be tuned in for that shit.
Is it gonna be on Crunchyroll?
Or
they didn't say. See, I gotta. Girl, I be off sometimes. I be really off. I need to get out mine.
Let me see. Yu 2019. Yu Hakusho reveals.
That's the one Meech said he was gonna. I told Meech when he made my Yoruichi. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, which one does Mike like? I said, Yu, bro. Yep. Yu. And he was like, oh, no, bro. I got to try to find, Or he could have made you One Punch Man, but you had facial hair.
Yeah. I mean, I can be One Punch Man. That's fine.
That's my shit, too. I'm going to have to say something back to him. I'm going to have to tell him something back.
I ain't tripping off none of it. I'm chilling.
I think I might cosplay Yoruichi. If you're in the anime, if you're in our Blanime group, you'll see my Yoruichi photo that somebody cropped.
You know the anime for in Dallas is in May, right?
Is it?
It's in May, so we have time, but we all need to go. Well,
we all need to go as a group.
Whether it's me, you, or me, you, and a few others, like we need to go to this anime convention in May.
Definitely, that's a good look.
For sure.
That's definitely a good look.
For sure.
Damn, my top 10 was kind of lit. I personally liked it. It wasn't much of any discretion or any, we didn't have too much of a argument about it. I think both of our shit was pretty legit.
And there's a lot of animes I really enjoyed that weren't on my top 10, but this is just animes that resonated with me.
Exactly. So. And agreed. And vice versa. My 10 resonated with me. And if you don't like our top 10, then you find your own top 10. You can let us know what your top 10 is.
Just let us know.
And, we can agree to disagree on any of them. Yeah. I don't think it's really it's not a right or wrong when it comes to personal preference.
Facts. And like I said, my shit damn near changes every 3 months anyway. So this could very well be
completely different by the end of 2019.
This could be different by next week, to be honest. So
this is true. Death Note will always be number one for me, though.
You will always be number one.
That don't change.
That's not going to change. But everything else is definitely up for debate. But yeah, that's our top 10. We're gonna dive into something different next week.
Next week.
Yeah, we're excited. It's our second episode.
It's lit.
It's very lit.
3 bottles in.
We definitely had 3 bottles of champagne for our mimosas while we've been talking. So yeah, we feel away.
Some type of way.
Real shit. But yeah, no. Again, thank you guys for listening to episode 2. Follow us on Blanime Podcast at Blanime Podcast on Twitter. Blanime Podcast, Blanime on Facebook. My ad is Unbotherable with 1 ad. I'm gonna have to change my ad because I'm tired of explaining this one. Unbotherable, but the L is at 1. Yeah, at _Sanae, right?
Yes, SENAE.
Yes.
Because y'all don't know how to spell that shit.
Correct. Yeah, my mom still don't get her name right.
And we've been knowing each other 15 years.
She's calling her Sanaya. Mom,
she's not the first one. It won't be the last one.
Mom. It's not that. It
looks, just how it is.
It looks how it sounds.
For real.
Yeah. But no, thank you guys again for listening. We will holler at y'all next week.
Next week, tune in.
And we'll go from there. Hey,
bye.
Peace out.